Hello and welcome to this week's edition of BRN United. I'm so grateful that many of you have taken the time to call or to email or to speak to me personally, expressing appreciation for what we're attempting to do through BRN United to help raise the level of communication and understanding about what's happening across Pennsylvania, South Jersey. Thank you, while I'm grateful for the kind words, I also am appreciative when people have suggestions or even criticisms to bring, and because it helps us know what we're doing right, but also where we may be missing the mark. And recently, a pastor commented to me; he was very appreciative of what we're doing. He expressed appreciation and support for church planting, excited about the 33 new churches that joined us last year. Referenced the comment that I made in a blog recently about how Dr. Kevin Ezell from the North American Mission Board even called out Penn South Jersey, recognizing that 24% of our churches didn't even exist in 2010, and he was affirming of that. But then he said, "But I was with some pastors recently, and some of them were just struggling with the fact that they don't see how BRN is providing value for them." And at first I wanted to get defensive. I was a debater in college, so I wanted to get defensive. But then I got to thinking, that's feedback that I need to hear. We need to hear. We want to be servicing all of the churches that want to partner with us, and it may be that we're not doing as good a job as we could do to create those avenues, those bridges for churches to connect. So let me talk a little bit about that. And I've mentioned to you in the past how much signing the checks each month has become a real moment of worship for me as I see the generosity of our churches and how that's translated into funding ministries here and around the world. And so I was going through a recent batch of checks to sign off on, and I just made some notes that here are some ways that just in the course of the month of May, we financially partnered with churches to help them in their ministries. I'll just mention a few of them here. Church in New Jersey is launching a new ministry among a South Asian people group, and we helped them with some servant evangelism funds. Another church in New Jersey was engaged in trying to create relationship building as they're preparing to expand their ministry. We helped them with resources to fund some relational evangelism ministry. Another church in New Jersey, we're doing a block party, and they reached 100 people in their neighborhood. And again, we were able to help them financially with this block party. It's interesting, this is another church in New Jersey. I've got some from other places too, but these just happen to be in New Jersey. Bryce Warner out at Revive Church in Wildwood it's a new church, and they're trying to build relationships into the community. And they found that the schools had students who had inadequate resources to provide backpacks and school supplies, and so we partnered together to help them have supplies needed for the backpacks for the kids going to school. Over in Pittsburgh, Hogan at Faithbridge Church, an incredible ministry in a tough area, and they've done an annual block party, and this year over 400 participated, and Hogan shared that through this kind of an outreach, they baptized over 100 people through the years, and we partnered in helping to provide that resource. And again in Pittsburgh, at Redeeming Grace, as Josh Tancorda was involved in doing some door-to-door contacting people, we helped resource the provision of flyers that they could distribute door-to-door. These are just some samples of just what happened in 1 month of how the contributions that have come from your churches have been utilized in partnership with other churches to bless the ministry here in Pennsylvania, South Jersey. We are deeply committed. We understand that the Baptist Convention, the Baptist Resource Network, exists because churches have said we can do together better than we can do by ourselves. We exist to service the churches. And when there is a need in your church that we can partner with, we certainly want to be responsive to that. The greatest resource we have to offer our people, Dr. Larry Anderson leads the Healthy Churches team, and he has a team of field consultants pastors and as well as staff, a part of BRN, that are trained and equipped to come alongside you and to help you evaluate how you can impact your community in a stronger way through the growth of Bible studies and in your own personal work as a pastor. Dr. Pam Smith, who leads our missional living team, same thing, has a team of consultants across our convention that would love to come alongside you and talk to you about how you could get out in the community and build relationships and find ways to connect with people in your area. The good thing about these folks is that I know that many of you pastors are bivocational, and you can't come to a meeting on a Monday morning or a Tuesday afternoon. You've got a day job. Well, our folks are out in the field, and they're accessible to you at times that you're going to be available. So please, I want to say, and I'm so grateful for the pastor that reminded me that we need to do a better job of letting you know that we understand that we exist to service our churches. But we can't help when we don't know. And I want you to feel free to email me, to call here at the Baptist Convention office and talk to me. And if you find that you're not getting the responses or the help that you're looking for, we exist to serve you. Now, another reason that we exist and another value I think that we bring to the churches in Penn South Jersey is that we become a channel, a vehicle through which your mission giving is used to impact the world through the cooperative program. And I've got to tell you, during a time of transition, there's always a degree of anxiety about what may happen. You know, when churches are without pastors, sometimes they hit some struggles. But you have been incredibly generous. And for instance, just in the month of June, $87,000 was given by our churches in support of worldwide missions as well as the work we do here in Penn South Jersey. We are overwhelmed at your generosity and blessed by your sacrificial giving. And we are a steward of those funds and are committed to making sure that those funds go to the mission causes for which we are committed together as Baptists in Penn South Jersey. I want to say thank you to that pastor because he reminded me that our purpose is to service our churches. And if there are churches that do not feel that they're being served by us, we want to know about it. We want to be able to sit down and talk with you and find ways that we can become a better partner. I want to thank you for the privilege that I've had since April the 1st to serve as your interim executive director. And though I've been a part of this convention for over 30 years, this role has given me an opportunity to see things and experience things in a new and a fresh way. And I'm so encouraged and so blessed by you. Your faithfulness to the Lord, your faithfulness to your church, your faithfulness to the larger kingdom family that we're a part of here in Penn South Jersey. And I pray that you'll have a wonderful week of ministry and outreach. Thank you, and talk to you next week.